All right. Ready?
Yep.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to D&D and D&D.
Or Daddies and Daughters and Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm your host, Nicholas.
And I'm Zoe Ann.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Monster Trainer's Handbook Kickstarter. All right, so this week's subject is actually about this new thing called Monster Trainer's Handbook, the 5e companion supplement and setting. So I told you about this before. It's pretty much what if Pokemon and Dungeons and Dragons got together and, decided to have a little collab.
And they did!
And they totally did. So obviously you can see right here, this is just a preview of one of the creatures that you can play as. And then obviously they have like playing cards. And then these are the handbooks where you can actually go on an adventure and, figure out the different classes. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of read through some of this stuff and then give our reaction to it.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, so we're going to scroll down a little bit. It's telling us, you can see here, I'm already a backer. I've backed him because I'm really excited for this. So, yeah, here we go. We're going to look at some of the stuff. I like the little kind of owl thingy. I don't know, it's like
Even
a little owl panda, red panda. I don't know what that is. I guess you can't really call that an owl bear because they're much bigger. So unless that's like the very first stage of an owl bear, so it's just like a little cute owl cub. I don't know what it is, but it looks so cute. If they make a plushie of this, that would be really cool. And then I don't think this is the one I got. I don't know if I'm going to get this for free on the version I got, but this comes with the thing you put your Pokemon cards in. That's sort of what that is that's sort of something you can put it in. And then you have the handbook. The handbook's going to be like all your classes, but then all the different characters and so their abilities and stuff. I do like this. If you notice right here, it says no AI. So what that means is that they're not using AI in order to make their art. Instead, it's a real person drawing up all the stuff.
It's like the person who draws our pictures.
Yeah, exactly. As a cartoon character myself, I appreciate when somebody actually draws versus just putting something in the computer and then it pops up with something. Because then you have to worry about, well, where are they taking these pictures from to generate this? It's just a big mess. So this right here is a big plus for me. Okay, so embark on a journey to catch them all. Do you gotta, though?
Gotta catch them all.
I think you gotta.
Yeah, they copied that from Pokemon.
Well, I mean, that's why they don't say the gotta part, so that they're legally safe. Okay, so Monster Trainer's Handbook includes 2 hardcover books, monster cards, storage binders, and other incredible products that will give players and GMs everything they need to capture creatures, develop bonds, and grow together. So it's not just about leveling your character, your Pokemon trainer or your Wildkin trainer. You're not just leveling up, you're also leveling up your Wildkin. So that's kind of cool. By the way, they're called Wildkin. It says it right here. Introducing monster trainers and their companions, Wildkin. So yeah, it's not just about fighting. It sounds like there's going to be role-playing opportunities where you bond with your character. So kind of like in Pokemon the show, it's not just about, battling and Pikachu, I choose you. Instead, there's a lot of stuff in the show where it's okay, they go to a restaurant and they eat and stuff. And so from the sounds of it, it sounds like we're going to have opportunities to do stuff with our Wildkin to make them like us more. And then maybe that makes it so that they're more effective in battle because now we're working as a team.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really cool. We're getting a little preview of some of the different creatures. That almost looks like maybe a tiger because it's furry, but then it has a shell on it like it's some sort of turtle. And then this is a giant bird, but it's got shockwaves, and its tail almost looks like it could swim.
Or like the tail can swim, and it can like hit it of its enemy. It's like hiya.
Yeah, that's a good choice. And this guy right here is obviously our little trainer, so that's cool. So let's see. It's gonna tell us pretty much everything that's in it. Catch, battle, evolve, elusive, and powerful Wildkin. Collect 150 Wildkin and monster cards. 120 plus gaming miniatures, skinny minis. That one I'm super excited about because that's the tier that I got. So we're going to have a ton of these skinny minis. And those are really cool because it's not just one-sided. It also shows the other side. So if you're looking at it, I mean, obviously like 3D printed would be way cooler, but obviously that costs a lot of money. So it's a good alternative to just have a skinny mini because you still get the visual flair, but then it doesn't cost so much.
I like the little guy in the little down corner. It's really cute. I like the ears.
Guy's a freaking otter.
Oh, that
a
is
cute little otter.
I can't see it. It has glasses.
I think it does.
And then it's like, hiya!
More minis to be unlocked as stretch goals. I think a lot of the stretch goals have been unlocked, so we're going to talk about that later. Battle and collect nearly any 5e monster. So that sounds pretty cool. So pretty much we could go into the Dungeons and Dragons monster handbook, and it says nearly any of them we're going to be able to catch them. So I think they're going to take certain ones, you know, like this guy. I'm pretty sure that's just a regular thing, but maybe they just made it look different. I don't know.
Or like Pokemon, like it takes different, like if you had a lightning, you need water. So you need like a type.
Yeah, there are going to be types. I know that. So new monster trainer class with 6 unique subclasses. The trainer subclasses for every 5e class make any character a monster trainer. That sounds cool. So it's not just that you're a monster trainer. It's that you can be a barbarian monster trainer or a wizard monster trainer.
Or a fairy.
Yeah. So that actually sounds really cool because imagine being like a paladin and a monster trainer. So the paladin, you can heal your Wildkin, right? Or if you're a rogue like you could like throw down smoke and make it so that it disappears and then sneak around and then make them attack from the side.
Or because I'm like really good at like talking to animals, I can like literally like I can.
Yeah, you might have a better time catching Wildkin. Earn trainer badges and master your monsters. So trainer badges makes it sound like in Pokemon how they go to the different like temples or gyms or whatever, and they get like a badge from there or whatever. So that sounds cool. Dozens of new monster. It's not moving. My mouse is not moving. What's going on?
Did it die?
No, it's still on. Come on, darn it.
Normal when I have to do
You're
it.
embarrassing me. Okay, there we go. Dozens of new monster trainer feats. So feats are good. We have 2 of them. I'm kidding. 50 plus new magic items and 30 plus new spells. So I'm wondering if the spells are obviously going to be related to your Wildkin.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe there's a special one that, revive your Wildkin.
Or like fireball or something.
You know, you light it
water ball.
So Monster Trainer, how it works. Monster Trainer. The Monster Trainer class is a hero who captures monsters that encounter in battle. You can capture almost any monster in the game with the exception of intelligent humanoids. So that makes sense. You can't walk up to a human and be like, I gotta catch you, and then you throw a ball at him. He's just going to be like, ow, why'd you do that? Or like really smart humanoids. So that makes sense because there's like a werewolf. That's technically a beast, right? but it's a humanoid and it might be too smart to be caught. We get different weapons.
The sword looks so sick.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like made to like stun them versus like killing them, because you don't want to kill them because then you can't capture them. So Bond Relic. To capture a monster, you must best them in battle. Befriend them through role-playing, or by using other cunning methods. So this is cool. Maybe, like, in Pokemon Arceus, where you could, like, sneak around in the grass and then stealthily throw a Pokeball. So maybe that's what it means, because it's saying other cunning means, or other cunning methods. So maybe we could, like, trick it. Maybe we could trick a Wildkin into our little, relic ball.
Or like, like in Pokemon Go, like you have food, we can like bathe them. And the little pink one flying, I was like, yeah, that one. And I wonder what, like, is the trainer on the dragon or something?
Yeah, that definitely interests me. The fact that we could actually, like, capture a Wildkin and then maybe ride it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure if it's like a small one, we're not going to be able to ride it because we'd probably crush it. But like a medium or a large size Wildkin, if we're ever to capture it, right there, I'm going to say that confirms that we're going to be able to actually ride our Wildkins. But maybe we're going to have to become friends with it first. Just like a horse. Like if we went up to a horse, unless the horse is like really well trained, it's not going to just let anybody ride him. No, you have to like, hi, how's it going? You maybe brush it to get it used to your scent.
Feed it.
Yeah, feed it. Make sure it likes you, and then it might let you ride it. Let's get back to it. You can then capture the creature with your Bond Relic, a special magic item that summons and stores your monsters on command. These bonded monsters are known as Wildkin. Wildkin powers. You can summon your Wildkin both in and out of combat. Use their unique powers to help you on your adventures. For example, Cinderfang is immune to fire and can venture into dangerous flames for you. So like maybe if you're in like a lava area and you're like, oh no, there's a treasure over there, but it's over the lava. I can't do it, but my Wildkin can.
Or like if you have like a flying one, get on the Wildkin and just
fly
up there, and then like if you have some rope, you can make your Wildkin hold it.
Yeah.
And then it can go down and then you take the treasure.
Yeah.
And then go back up.
Yeah. Or maybe a swimming one, so it helps you like swim across the river. Or if there's something at the bottom of a river, you can make your swimming one go get it for you. Mm-hmm. So it's cool that it's not just for combat, right? We don't have to just fight with our Wildkin. We can actually just like treat them like a companion. Like, hey, I need something done. Can you do this for me?
Mm-hmm. Or like a pet or something like that.
I mean, it's sort of like Pokemon, right? Like, I mean, Pikachu isn't just in a Pokeball all the time. He's hanging out with Ash, and then they're going out and doing stuff together. So the fact that they're incorporating that is really cool.
And like Pikachu is sometimes in his thing, but it's very rare. Like only when he gets hurt or he's just really. Yeah.
I wonder if there are going to be certain ones that don't like being captured.
Oh.
And so you have to befriend it because it won't like being inside the Bond Relic.
Or like, Pikachu, he likes sleeping with Ash. Mm-hmm. Maybe like if you try to put it in and it's your friend, you're like, no. Mm-hmm. They freak out when you take a ball out.
So another example it gives is while I can do this. Kitsumo can use his adorable nature to help you charm your way through a social encounter. Okay, so it's like a really cute thing, and maybe you use it to like distract some guards so you can sneak around.
Shrek! Oh, come on, Donkey. Look at him in his wee little boots.
Because it's just so cute, and like, oh, look at him.
He's like, Oh, I want to squish his teeth.
Squishy. Okay, so
Squishy.
battle commands. Summoning and collecting Wildkin is the trainer's primary class feature, working for them the way a wizard uses their spells or a warlock uses their incantations. Like a spellcaster, calling upon your Wildkin's most powerful abilities, their battle commands, is a limited resource. Okay, so you won't just be able to be like, fire blow, fire blow, fire blow.
So, like, maybe it says one of each turn.
Yeah.
Or one each encounter.
Or you have to let it rest, right? Because, like, in order to get a spell slot, you have to have a long rest. So maybe the Wildkin are the same, where I can use its battle command. Or, like, okay, so a really good example is Pikachu. We keep using Pokemon. and I know that they probably don't like that. They don't want us to probably keep comparing it, but it's hard not to. So anyways, Pikachu can do tackle, right? But it can also do like electro buzz or something like that, right? So it can probably tackle a lot more because that's just a normal attack. Like if I swung my sword, that's a normal attack. But then if I used enrage, right? If I'm a barbarian, I use enrage, that's a spell. But swinging my sword is just normal. So the battle command is like a spell where it's something you could only use a couple of times a day, but then you can still just like scratch or bite.
Or like if you use the attack, it's easier to like not like wipe out, but like gets tired really easily.
Yeah, maybe. So here's an example we're gonna look at here. Oops. So we got a griffin here. As an action, the creature uses its wings to generate a powerful burst of concentrated air. It makes a ranged attack roll against a creature within 50 feet. On a hit, the creature takes 3d6 force damage and must succeed a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet. Whoa. So that would be, so not only is he taking 3d6 damage, but he can also push them back or whatever, which especially like maybe if you're like right up against a river, you push them into the river and they're like, I'm drowning.
Or like maybe like, I'm trying to not use Pokemon.
Just do it.
Like if there's Charizard, for instance.
Right.
And they like push him in the water, his little tail will disappear. The little fire will
get
disappear.
Extra damage because that's a good point. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah. So calling upon, did I read that part? As you level up, your Wildkin get more battle commands, and you get the ability to teach your Wildkin new ones. Yeah. So this is Pokemon. I mean, that's. I mean, the only difference is like Pokemon, the card game, is very much one note, where the card stays the same no matter what. Whereas in this Griffin, my level 1 Griffin is going to be way different than my level 10 or 15 Griffin. Or my level 10 or 15. You know, and that's cool because that's what the video games, like a Pokemon video game, you level up that Pokemon and it gets more things. And then like I think you can have like 4 different actions for your Pokemon, right? And then eventually you're gonna learn a 5th one. So then you have to decide which action do I want to get rid of so that now I can use this new one, right? And so now you're gonna have to maybe use, think about that wisely.
What I was gonna think is like when they level up, their attacks get like stronger and stronger and stronger.
Right. Yeah. But also they learn new stuff. Is what it's saying. So that's really cool. Pick your Wildkin wisely. While you can capture any number of Wildkin, you can only bring a limited amount with you at a time. Okay. So like I can only have 3 with me, but then in my backpack, I can be holding like 10 more. The power level of your captured Wildkin depend on your level. Fortunately, there are a huge number of Wildkin to find and capture, so you'll have tons of options at every level. At the highest levels, you can even have multiple Wildkin fighting for you at once. So now it's Tim Tim.
Yep. It's technically Pokemon, Tim Tim, and then D&D all colliding.
They're all colliding together. Level up and evolve. Okay, yes. So now we have Spook Tongue, Ghost Tongue, Wraith Tongue. So it looks cooler each time. Evolve your Wildkin as you level up. Certain creatures require different amount of Evo seeds. Oh, so now there's a resource that we need to find in order to progress to the evolve to their next form. So you can choose how to evolve or not to evolve. So we could just keep this guy a cute little Spook Tongue and just level him up and not evolve him, right? I don't know why you would want to do that, because obviously evolving him is probably going to be really cool. So let's see. Save Evo seeds for super powerful evolutions. I mean, that's a good point, right? Because Wraith Tongue might be really cool, but then what if the Griffin has an evolve that's like way better? So that's really cool.
I like Pokemon doesn't do this, but I like how D&D's figured out, like, they don't want to copy everything from it. Like, Pikachu evolves into something. Raichu. And it, like...
But in the TV, he doesn't.
Yeah, they don't. And it's cool, like, the starting is different, but then, like, the ending is the same.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm even wondering if they'll have one that's kind of like Eevee, or am I saying that right?
Yeah, Eevee.
Eevee.
Like
the one where you can evolve it into a shock type, or a water type, or a fire type, or a fairy type, or you can evolve Eevee into so many different types. I'm wondering if there's going to be a Wildkin kind of like that. So you give it an Evo seed, but you give it an Evo seed while you're at a lake or something, and so then it turns into a water. Or you give it an Evo seed while you're at a volcano, so then it turns into a fire or something like that. So that could be kind of cool. Monster Trainer class. The class is balanced to be played with the other classes, so you can play with a Monster Trainer in any campaign setting or game. That could be cool, but let's be honest. Why would you... If you're playing a campaign where you have a monster trainer, why wouldn't it just everybody be a monster trainer? Like, could you imagine just having like a regular barbarian? He's like, I'm gonna hack at you with my axe. Hey-ya. And then the monster trainer's like, the Pikachu will chase you. And you're like, you'd just be like, oh man, that's what I want to do. You'd get so jealous.
So go up.
Up.
Do you see like that yeah. It's so cool. That's why I said,
look, he has like a
crap.
thing on his hand, right? Which is this thing here. So I'm wondering if you have to wear that. It's almost like an infinity gauntlet. You have to wear that, and that helps you like control it. And so I wonder if like the different gems will help you control the different. Ooh, maybe these are the Wildkin. Right? And so you upgrade your gauntlet to maybe hold more Wildkin, and then so you throw them out like a spell. Maybe that's how it works. Because then, like, these all play different roles or whatever. Okay, cool. So level 1, proficiency +2, active companions, 2, but summoned at once, only 1. So you can have 2 ready to go, like, let's say on your belt. But you can only summon 1 of them. Oh, but you don't have any command points. So that goes to back to what I was saying before, where like they could still bite and scratch, but they just can't do any of their really cool stuff. Not until level 2, you can have 3 of them at once, still only summon 1 of them, but now you have 2 command points, or 3, and so on. Battle commands, relinquish... Vitality. Trainer archetype, primal evolution, 2 Evo seeds. That's how you get Evo seeds, is you just start leveling up. So Wildkin boon. What the heck is a boon? There will also be new class-specific feats to further specialize your trainers, along with trainer subclasses that will allow you to specialize in raising particular type, like fire or forest. So you could be like a fire Pokemon and you only like using fire ones. Bolster your capacity for researching and capturing, or focus on raising Wildkin to bring out the rarest and most unusual qualities. Okay. So that kind of makes it sound like you could train yourself just to make them more powerful, or you could train them in a way that will bring out really unique abilities. Those really unique abilities might not be as powerful, but they might have some like really cool effects.
There's
that little guy again.
Yeah. Now we have his foot just on this thing.
All right. And so that's going to be it for today. We'll do another video where we'll start going through like all the rest of the stuff, because there is just so much stuff. There's so much stuff to go through. So we're going to go through another video where we go through this stuff on a different date. But for now, yeah, I'm super excited. What are you thinking, kiddo? Come on.
It's just gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so flippin' awesome. Yeah, I can't wait, because like Pokemon the trading card game is fun, but like being able to mix Pokemon the trading card game with Pokemon the game, I think is going to be really interesting, because we're going to have the cards like you can see here on the screen. We're going to have the cards, and it's going to feel like the actual game, but we get to explore a world. And that's one thing about the video games that I think is cooler than the trading card game, is just the ability to explore. You know, I want to go to the forest. I don't want to go over to that volcano or something. And being able to explore is just really fun, but you don't get that in a trading card game. Pretty much the trading card game is just you and another person stand across from each other and you have a battle, and that's it. That's the whole game. There's nothing more exciting than that. The most exciting part about it is just going out and getting new Pokemon. But after that, there's not, like, unless you're going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, there's just nothing to it. Whereas this, we're going to get so much more out of it, because, you know, we might be able to find a really rare, you know, Wildkin because we go and explore the map, versus we spent a ton of money and we randomly got something from a booster pack. You know, which is probably one of the more frustrating parts of Pokemon, is that you could get this like really cool Pokemon, or you could just get a bunch of crap Pokemons
and also get like the same thing. Like, and all in my Pokemon, I have so many.
So many are the same.
So many. It's like too much.
Too much, man. It's too much, man. All right. So that's it for now. We are going to move on